Hello everybody, my name is Virus Alertable and I am back, yeah, I am back at it to bring you guys the videos you love watching. Today we'll be looking at Windows 3.1 Beta Build 43E. This build was released on August 27th, 1991. Right off the bat, this is a completely different setup page from what we saw in Windows 2. If you guys saw my collaboration, this looks a lot different. It looks more modern. It looks like more of the modern setup installs that you would actually see today. I would just like to tell you guys, I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to post videos for the past year. I am absolutely sorry. I've been really busy with school, and plus I've been having a really bad day with these operating systems. I could not get even the retail version of Windows 3.0 up and running. It would always crash, it wouldn't even work, it wouldn't even start. It was a disaster on my part. It was terrible, so I only have like 3 builds for you guys to see. I am really sorry, and I really hope I can get those builds right back up and give you guys an overview video is what I was thinking, giving you guys an overview video. If you guys want that, please comment and rate. Please tell me if you guys want that, or if you guys are just happy with what you have. I'll even try to ram in a couple of facts that I have of Windows 3.0 in my upcoming videos. Another big difference about Windows 3.1 is that Microsoft actually included a tutorial of how to use a mouse for those who weren't very familiar on how to use a mouse. That is wonderful. I really like that they're trying to make the transition from just boring old typing to moving a mouse, moving your cursor around the screen, to make it a lot more easier for the people who used to have Microsoft DOS, and make it a lot more easier for the consumers and the business people who need to use these computers for whatever reason they need to use it. Now, let's start going a little bit more deeper into this specific build. Now, this build was thought to have its name be a typo. What the typo was is people thought that instead of the 4.3B, it was 334E. However, it was backwards, which we thought that now the true name that we know is 43E, which is what the build is right now. To further back this, Microsoft emails from the late 1991 confirm this. This build is also mentioned in the 3.1.06D build's README file. The build also refers to itself as beta release number 2. To give you guys a little bit of a background of how Windows 3.0 came to be, it all started when Microsoft's two developers, David Wise and Murray Sargent, started to develop a protect mode of Windows 2. It was a little experiment that they just wanted to have. It was just a little bit of fun that they wanted to have. They soon had a prototype and they presented it to the executives of Microsoft, who were generally very impressed. They were impressed enough to actually let this become its own little project, and thus Windows 3 was born. It's amazing how just off of like little experiments that this operating system came to be. It's amazing. It is very cool. We could definitely see that this is a beta build though. Don't get me wrong, this is a beta build. You guys could have seen from all the errors I got and how buggy it just seems. Like, it's so buggy. It's really buggy, I know, I'm telling you guys, it's very buggy. And we're almost done setting up the operating system. I could not find the release notes for Windows 3.1 for this. I only found minuscule details, guys, so I'm very, very sorry that I couldn't find a super in-depth things for this. As you guys can see, it's so buggy. Freezes. I had to cut some parts of this video because of all the errors, and I was getting a little frustrated. I just wanted to show you guys what this operating system, because I've never seen this before. I was like, oh, I just want to see it. I was eager to see it, and I just wanted to give you guys this content because I've been very neglectful. And here we go. Windows 3.0. It definitely looks more modern. It looks like the more modern Windows 3.1. We have calculator. It's relatively the same from when I saw it in Windows 2, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it looks the same. We have a little bit new little things right here. We got this little Dr. Watson right there. It looks a little bit more cleaner. Calendar looks a bit more different. I'll tell you that from what I remembered it as. And you guys have like all the options of minimized, maximized. Clock looks significantly different. I'll tell you that. Clock looks very, very different. Card file is relatively the same, and it's just a new feature. It's just new little features, little mini stuff. Oh, and then we had the little DOS prompt. They have the little tutorial and the Windows setup. They've done a pretty good. They've done very nicely on this version. The beta build looks very nice. We still have your relatively gray background. Back in Windows 2, it was blue. It was a blue background because it supported color. Dr. Watson, as you can see, in 1991, so we do know that this is a beta build. In the main, we have our control panel, which we have the 386 Enhanced, our sound. This is for the processors from back in the day to kind of, you know, give it a little, to customize it to your needs, is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. We have your mouse, a little new thing for control panel. This is a birth of control panel, I guess, because I don't remember it seeing it in Windows 2. We have our international, where you can change all your settings, like your currency, date format, time format. We got your printers. We have a lot more printers that we could add, so that's really nice. There's our sound. We actually have sound, which are warning beeps. Our desktop, we can actually edit the pattern, but not really. It doesn't show any options to give it a pattern, so maybe we'll see that in the future builds. We have our fonts, relatively the same. And then we have color, which is very nice. And it looks like one of those from Windows XP, where you could change like the format of it, but I guess we're not gonna see that in this build today. So we're gonna close that, and it actually shows you the Alt F4, which is very nice. We got DOS prompt there. We got the readme.txt notepad. Everything looks a little bit more different. The layout of it and all the icons actually look pretty different from what I remember from Windows 2.03. So PIF editor, I never clicked that one. Guess we'll look at that in the other builds, huh? So yeah, it looks relatively different. The minimizing factor. Oh, and we have a little icon of regedit and the quick basic. That's really cool. And we got some new games, guys. Here we got Solitaire. That looks really nice. From at that time, it looks very nice. The cards, it's very simple, standard Solitaire, and we got Minesweeper. I always used to play this when I was little on Windows XP. I wouldn't really try to solve it. I just clicked whatever. And here I'm just trying to solve it. You guys are probably gonna laugh at me for being like, "Wow, you clicked on an obvious mine. The little buttons clearly told you there was a mine there. Come on, dude." So, and this is when Birth of Minesweeper and Solitaire come up. Then we have our accessories, where we have right paintbrush, paint. We actually have colors, and we also have a recorder. I don't know what this is. I didn't really figure out what the function of this program was. I assume it might have been just to record the screen and everything. However, as you can see, I thought it would mirror that, but I'm thinking, what am I doing? This is not going to mirror it. But yeah, we have a new program called Recorder, which is very nice. We also have the new Paintbrush and Write, which is, I want to say, kind of like the early version of Microsoft Word, which is pretty nice. And as you can see, the interface is relatively the same. Pretty much the same. Nothing big has changed about it. And I'm pretty sure that's about it for this build. There's not much else to say about it. Relatively looks the same to Windows 2.0 and functions the same way. Everything looks like the same, but except little minor tweaks here and there, like the clock. And they took out some games, I'll tell you that. They took out Reversi. I don't see Reversi in there anymore. All I see is Solitaire and Minesweeper. I guess they didn't really like Reversi anymore. Well, I never knew how to play that game myself. But no offense to anyone who plays Reversi who knows how to play that game. Well, that's about it. I think I'm going to start wrapping up this video, so we're going to be closing this off. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you guys want more, and I definitely will try my best to bring more videos out for you guys. Thank you very much for the support. ISOLittle, signing off.